Good morning. Been a minute since I've been on here. Just had a lot of life changes happening and went from being really, really good to not so good. And now we're getting right back on top of things, I believe. And I believe things will get a lot better. Well, I come on here to tell you of a little story. We are just over at the park and, brought over some feed corn for the ducks and whatnot. And all of a sudden we hear this loud ruckus behind us, and wasn't really pleasant to the ears, not like the ducks and the other birds feeding on the feed corn. Just this really loud, loud, loud noise. And look back over my shoulder here, and here's two seagulls just cackling at each other. And what are they doing? They're arguing over a stupid little piece of bread. And arguing about over who's going to get that. Now, here's all this feed corn and good bird seed and everything else out over here that the other birds are getting. But instead of just dropping their differences and going over there and taking care of that, they're over here arguing about a little piece of bread. Now, doesn't that kind of remind you of us sometimes? We're over here, there's a whole big field of good stuff over here, and but we just argue over this little crust of bread that's not really good for us anyway. Rather than just dropping it, going over and taking care of the good stuff, we just want to argue about little bitty things rather than realizing that there's a whole bunch of good stuff over here and there's plenty to share for everybody. But no, you got to argue over this little bitty crust of bread that nobody really wants. It's just the point of the matter. Anyway, I think we'd all get along a lot better if we just quit arguing so much. Anyway, love y'all. God bless. Have a great day.